care who you are. We all love a good tater tot, right? But have you ever made your own at home? Well, here to show us how is first timer to our home, the tot tycoon himself, Dan Whalen's in the house. Hey, Dan. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
I'm telling you, I think tater tots are just one of those things that everybody kind of loves no matter who you are. Isn't that true?
Well, I mean, he's a tot tycoon. It's made him a millionaire.
Yeah, if I'm asking him, I know. Larissa, Orly, Deb, they're diving in already. They've got him. Now, you love tots so much that you've actually written the book on it.
Yeah, I mean, I love tots. Everyone loves tots. I wanted to help people make better tots at home, from store-bought to homemade and all the way in between.
Yeah, it's so great. And one of the things that I love about this is being able to control your own ingredients with this. You know what I mean? Like, you get to make them at home. You know what's going into it. You can adjust it accordingly.
Absolutely. You can do whatever you want. You can even add more things to it if you want. But it's nice and simple, and it's fun to make at home. It's a fun project for any tot enthusiast, I think.
Now, we're going to be making potato tots today. Of course, we'll talk about maybe other options that we have now. But you start with roasting them.
Yep, I roasted these, and I think some people make the mistake of making tater tots more like mashed potatoes.
Okay.
I want to make sure that there's chunks of potato inside, so I roasted these, but they're not fully cooked. They have some browning.
Okay.
I just put them with oil and salt in the oven and gave them about 10 minutes, so they're still a little raw inside with some browning on them.
Can I ask you this, though? Those are cut really tiny, a little bit intimidating. I'm usually the guy doing the cutting in the kitchen. Okay, is it okay if you just do them more like breakfast potato size?
Yeah, you don't need them that small.
Okay, it's very
but
impressive.
you do need them evenly sized so that they cook all the same.
Okay, that's a good tip. Okay, so
shred them like traditional hash browns? Would that work, or would it not bind?
I think the shredding makes them more like hash browns and less like tater tots.
okay,
So I chop them.
all good tips.
And
Now-
I will tell you, the consistency of these is impressive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You said that like a real tater tot expert.
I feel like I'm a judge on a tater
I
tot
mean, that's
show.
what it seemed like. Now, I'm only pulsing,
Yeah,
correct?
just a few pulses, and I have how it looks right here. A lot of craggy, chunky potatoes.
Okay, sort of like I did just there.
And
Fantastic.
all we're gonna do is we're gonna add some potato flakes to this.
Okay.
These are just dehydrated potatoes. You can find them at the store as instant mashed potatoes.
Never heard. Oh.
Interesting. Okay,
have
very
some
good. Has a little
salt.
bit of salt in there.
And
Should I
I
be
have
stirring?
Sure, go ahead. I have some butter.
Mixing?
This is probably the most non-traditional of the ingredients I put in here, but butter and potatoes is delicious, so I thought you should do it.
What,
Yeah,
what
there
do
you
the
go.
flakes do? Why
Flakes
add those?
are helping bind it. So a lot of recipes maybe wouldn't have the flakes, but it's hard, it's fragile, it might fall apart in the fryer. The flakes add a little insurance for your tater tot.
Now, can I overmix this?
No,
In other words, it just okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
You
Now,
can form these. Now you can use your hand.
now we're going in, everybody.
And you wanna press them,
Okay.
but not too much because you don't want it to be too dense. And you know what? Like, just do it. If you mess up a little bit, it's fine. And I think
He says that as he's looking at me doing my handiwork. How's this?
Are all tater tot? Wow, look at the size of this tater tot.
if you're
I
making
didn't even get my question out. Look at the size of that tater tot.
Pretty.
Listen,
tot.
I like my tater tots healthy sized.
Okay. Are all tater tots? I've never made tater tots. Full disclosure. Are all tater tots made with potatoes that are already cooked before you fry them?
Yeah, they're usually
Always.
cooked once and then cooked again. on
I
fire,
see.
for sure.
Okay.
Beautiful. Well,
at
they're
that.
not exactly uniformly sized, but that's okay. We put them into the oven anyway. At home, you might want to get them a little bit more uniform.
Right.
No, not in the oven. What am I talking about? We're frying these.
Right. And you can
got
make
a little
them
distracted.
in the oven too if you wanted to. I'm popping some of these onto here first. You don't want to
Sure.
just plop them into the oil or it might splash.
Okay. So you want to lower slowly?
Lower
Can I try
slowly
that?
Like that. Go ahead.
Because it's kind of fun. There we go. And we just let them sit in there.
Yep.
How long?
About 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
But keep your eye on them, and you'll see a frying thermometer is very important for
Okay,
this.
tell me about that. What temperature?
360 you might want to put it in because it's going to drop down about 10-15 degrees once you put them in.
What kind of oil would you recommend for that
Vegetable
high
oil
temperature?
is good. Peanut oil works as well.
Okay.
Keep your eye on the smoke point of the oil. Like olive oil has too low of a smoke.
Sure, of course. So, but again, we're able to control our ingredients a little bit, which I love. Okay, we're gonna let those cook for a little bit, aren't we?
And I'm going to stir up the cheese sauce. This is just a simple sauce. A lot of cheese sauces would have a roux.
Okay.
Which is like a flour oil mixture. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make it easy. This is basically cornstarch and cheese.
Yes.
And
What kind of cheese?
cheddar cheese, you want to use a mild or sharp, but you don't want it too aged or it might not come together.
So you could use your favorite, let's say, sharp cheddar and make the sauce out of something that you love already.
Definitely, yeah. And
I love it.
we want that sort of like orange, like stadium cheese.
Well, I was going to say, this is perfect game day food.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
It's game day.
This is game day food if I've ever
Oh
seen
my gosh, this is the season. This is the season.
Tabasco you just put in?
Yes, I have hot sauce, Tabasco, and jalapeno so far. And
Okay.
a little chili flake because I just wanted this to be a spicy.
How's the heat?
You're really recreating that game day cheese that comes
Yeah,
out of a
a
box.
little sort of zesty.
It's working.
Yeah.
And I
Are
thought
these
this was very
pretty close?
They're pretty close.
Okay.
I'd say a
Should we let
little
them
more. You want a nice
fry a little bit
crispy-
more?
Yeah, nice crispy.
Well, then what we'll do is we'll use these guys because they've already been fried and they've already been cooled off a little bit. All right.
You can dump them into the bowl there, and I'll just.
I'm going to place them into the bowl.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
Tater tots.
I'm just messing with you. I will dump them. I dumped them in the bowl, and now we're going to add this cheese
I'm gonna pour
madness in here, which is great.
And while you pour that beautiful cheese over your tots, Dan, can you please tell me about the food in my beard?
Yeah, that's.
I don't mean my beard.
Do I have some in there right now? Is that what's happening?
The name of your book
Yeah,
is
that's
so
perfect.
funny. The food in my beard. Tell me about it.
It's the name of the blog.
The blog,
and,
excuse me.
I've been doing it for about 12 years now. I've been full-time for about 5 years. And it just came about when my friend said, you should have a blog called The Food in My Beard. I was already putting recipes like just on the internet, but it didn't have a name yet. And the second she said, The Food in My Beard, I bought the domain and started the website.
Oh,
Did you always
man,
have
nicely
food
done.
in your beard? Is that where this came from?
I mean, I guess a little bit. It's impossible to eat.
Why would she have suggested
without-
it?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. You took over for me.
I'm just keeping it moving. You know how we do here. So now it's time to eat.
Yeah.
Now it's time to eat. We just added a little. What is that? Are those chives? Are those green onions?
Scallions
I would have
and
meant as
little
scallions.
Peppers.
Excellent.
Probably put sour cream on this.
Dive in.
Awesome.
It's delicious.
Very, very good.
Dan,
Very good.
love your work. Fan of your work. Of course, you guys can find this recipe at hallmarkchannel.com. You should definitely go look for it. It's good.
I'm never buying tater tots again.